PC, I swear to God, I am going to beat you to death with all the money you throw at people. Personally, myself. Down, boy. Down. Howdy, everybody. It's your boy, it's the Rye Bread. Here once again to do the attorney things. Do the attorney things in the attorney way. Technically the prosecutor way. But we don't talk about details like that. The game is called Ace Attorney, so goddamn I'm gonna say attorney until I correct myself. Gonna be a stickler next stream, just you wait. Also, I was doing some, I was trying to figure out, why my controller was drifting during Mario Kart. And, unfortunately, and strangely, it seems the issue was not my left stick, it's my right stick. I don't even know why the right stick can let you drive in Mario Kart, but apparently it can. Alright, let's see here. Also, no house yet. We still need to work on getting Tracker over here first. Save them from Brittlin. Save the Weasel, indeed. I have plans to visit them this year, actually. Yeah! Also, Rise. What is it? What is it, Ducks? What news do you have for me? One stick it. I mean, I do one stick it. I don't touch the fucking R stick during Mario Kart. But it was drifting to the left. Strange. I did try some recalibration. It seems to have kind of fixed the issue, but not fully. I also updated the controller, which apparently you can update controllers. Surely this is the era of the modern gaming scene, where my own hardware needs to be updated now, instead of just the software it runs on. The fact that you have to update controllers does not sit right with me, personally. Press the button. Which one? Both of them? I can press both of them. I can press both of them. I can do both. There's two of them. I was pressing it earlier. They seem to like it when I spam the chat with stim messages. This may be my big break just yet. Prime button gaming. Fucking wild, dude. There's another really nice button on this stream deck, though, that just lets me, see channels that are live right now that, I'm following, and, it shows, little previews, and it's, really cool. Dude, I just kind of stumbled. I want to gush about things real quick. Juniper Actius' new model. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ, that design is so goddamn good. God, I need to go hard on 3.0. I really want to go hard on 3.0. I hope I get an opportunity to go hard on 3.0 soon, man. I really fucking do. Soon as I finish these comms, dude, it's a slow fucking grind. Now I'm in the new year, I might be inclined to actually, get on it a bit faster. As soon as I finish the comms, I'll, at the bare minimum, get, concept designs and stuff. Because I haven't gotten a chance to really sit down and refine what I want for 3.0. I've got all the ideas in my head. I want to put them to paper so badly. It's just I'm so fucking burnt out all the time from my job and likewise. We do comms collab stream. I'll fucking invite you tomorrow. Don't fucking tempt me. Don't fucking tempt me, Docs. I will drag you over to Dragon's Cash Valley and you will have to deal with it. I will just randomly call you in Discord and you'll be part of the stream and you won't even know. Technically you will know once I start talking to chat, but screams. Fucking scream all you want. Nobody can hear you. Nobody can hear you scream, Docs. You're stuck here forever. And I feel like that's probably preferable. I pay you. You're paying them to go on stream with me. I don't think you need to do that. I think they're perfectly content with just being on stream if they even wanted to do that. I will drag them tomorrow if need be. Mark my words. CC, I swear to fucking God. I will have to, hey! Yeah, hey! CC! Don't you fucking dancing... What is that, dinosaur? Don't you fucking dino dance in my direction, motherfucker. You know what you've done. Thank you for the gift sub, dude. I appreciate it. I just worry about you. I didn't want Docs to have ads. Thanks, but the hole in your wallet, man. Yeah, he has a fucking leaky-ass goddamn pocket. He concerns me. I really need to get a spray bottle for, like... I wonder if it's possible to set up something where every time CC, like, gifts a sub, a spray bottle just comes on the screen and just sprays it directly. I won the lucky dime. A sub is not 10 cents, CC. It is 6 USD. It is 6 USD. USD's nuts. Christ almighty, dude. I don't even know how close I am to the payout right now. 3.0 needs a spray bottle toggles specifically for CC. I'll fucking do that. Oh shit, my gravy. BRB. Okay, Docs, you go take care of your gravy. 7. You're doing it on mobile? Don't fucking do it on mobile! Don't you fucking dare do it on mobile! That is the one thing I ask you. I am not home. Then wait until you get home. Don't pay the mobile tax. I also just got 20 bucks. Well, it should have stayed 20. And it could have been 14. No, I couldn't wait. Yes, you could have. Don't give money to Google. They don't deserve it. Or Apple or whatever you're using right now. Fuck them. Don't make the rookie mistake, CC. That's what they want you to do. I missed him. I missed him real quick. No more mobile tax for you. If you are going to insist on throwing money at me, ensure you're throwing the least amount possible. At the bare minimum. I'll do it through Ko-fi. I would genuinely prefer you shove $6 or $3, technically. That's how much a gift sub costs. I would prefer that you threw $3 or $6 at me directly than paying the stupid fucking mobile tax. Because that shit's so stupid. Dude, my fucking Twitch Turbo subscription, dude, I didn't realize, like, I kind of just... I knew of a mobile tax, but I didn't know so much about it that I knew it was affecting Twitch too. I also thought it was just an Apple thing on mobile. I thought it was just an Apple thing that did that. I didn't know it was also like on Android. So I eventually learned that I had been paying like way more for my Twitch Turbo than I had been, than I could have been. And I only realized that like a couple months ago. Gravy saved. Hi. I'm lecturing CC on the mobile tax. I'm telling him don't throw money at Google or Apple or whatever he has. If you must insist. But alrighty. Not much more to talk about here, I don't assume. I don't think. I really don't think. I'm very off the cuff today. I'm still kind of getting into my funky flow. While I am eating pie, eat your pie. Eat your pie of whatever variety of pie you got, whether it be pumpkin, apple, cherry, you name it. I only ever really like pumpkin pie and cherry pies, I think. Even cherry pies, it was more like those ones you got like at the dollar store or something. I don't think I ever had a genuine cherry pie. I never liked apple pie though. I don't like apple pie. The only time I really tend to like apples are like in like hard candy form, or like the apples themselves, and specifically only Golden Delicious too. I don't like the normal ones, and I don't like Granny Smith. Do I actually finish my sheet or do I draw? Technically, that's both. In a way, kind of. Pie too sweet for you. Chocolate, apple, and raspberry. Should work on your sheet, docs. Yes, work on your sheet, docs. You need money. You need money. We need the other alien dragon. The number 3. The numero tres. You have more money. Work on getting yourself more money, because if you starve, I'm going to be sad and I'm going to cry, and I'm going to make it your problem, even in the afterlife. Ugh. Sorry, the button's calling me. Again. Just give me a second, guys. You have no idea how satisfying these buttons are to push. They're just really nice. They're just really nice to push. Your sweet mistress button. Hey there, baby girl. You ever heard of a chibi robo? I'm sure that pushes your buttons in the right ways. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that joke. I'm very out of it right now, dude. I don't know, man. I'm still recovering from Hypnospace yesterday, I'll be honest. Plus, I played Helldivers with Circuit earlier against the Illuminate, and I'm still having, like, fucking PTSD flashbacks. Picks up pen. Go to your fucking comm sheet. If I don't see a comm sheet by the end of this stream, I am going to... I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it's gonna be something that makes you mildly agitated. It'll be something. So go work on your fucking comm sheet, okay? Funnily enough, I was taking a sip of water right when CC redeemed that. So all I gotta do is stretch now. Not if I have anything to say about it. Why isn't... What? What the... Did... Hold on, I'll fix this real quick.
You can not be late.
I don't know why I did do that. But there we are. You had another thing to say? Yeah, you only got something you do. I have plenty to say, though. Especially when I go ahead and I get into the game. Like this. With a push of a button. Another thing to say for a minute there. I have plenty to say. I'm gonna be saying so much. Like loading, ... Anyways, when you say anyways, you scare me. Jail. The return to prison. It kind of looks like that the, hold on. I thought the control stick was, like, acting up again. Anyways, it looks like it's just a massive pole coming out of our rook. My housemate is why she walked in for her moment. Hope I'm making a good first impression right now with how I'm fucking talking. Yeah. Embarrass me in front of your fucking housemates. Why don't you? LMAO. I will fucking your mayo. I don't know where I was going with that. Also, I can talk normally again. Hey, look, a chisel. Look, Mr. Edgeworth, that chisel on the floor is a bit smaller than the others. I'm no woodworker, but perhaps it's an all-purpose one that can be used in a pinch, regardless of the job. An all-purpose pocket chisel. Makes sense. Always nice when your tools are useful and easy to carry. Is that your opinion as a thief? No, it's my opinion as a great thief. Walked into that one. Bell doesn't matter there, surprisingly. Chess set. Mr. Camus's chess set, complete with his special dog piece. It's not a chess set, that's a whole chess table with legs. It looks like it might be worth something, too. Not inconceivable, some of them are, and this is quite a nice one. I never would have pegged Mr. Kane as a chess fan, though. Oh, with the whole Eastern aesthetic he's got going on, I thought he'd be more into Go. Go, huh? Can you play? I can play Go Fish! Not the same thing, Kay. Not even close. Pokemon Go to the polls! Ha ha ha! Kay was disowned that day. I play Go. No, not that one. Dude, I've tried a couple times to get back into Pokemon Go. It just never clicks for long. I'll be really into it, and then I just stop. I also tried to get into, like, the Monster Hunter version of Pokemon Go as well. That didn't work out either. Stocanus' chisels, everyone a potential murder weapon. Hey, that reminds me of something. The furrows in your brow. When you frown, it looks like somebody took a chisel to your forehead. I have no idea what you mean. See, they're so deep. Don't tell me you don't see it, Mr. Wood Carving Vase. Have you quite finished? What's the missile got? What's the matter, boy? Wait, is this that cake you were after? Woof, 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 woof. Whoa, down, boy, stop that! Woof, 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 woof. No, you can't have it. Dogs can't eat chocolate, you know that. If you won't behave, I'll just have to eat it myself. Not bad. That's some real outside the chocolate box thinking there. Not sure everybody agrees, though. Gummy, I wanted some. Daring of you both to assume the food in a prison is safe to eat. Well, daring or dumb. So anyway, it looks like it really was Cake Missile was tracking. Talk about a waste of time. I suppose we got our just desserts. But the little guy's definitely capable, right? Sure he is. This was just a blip. He'll follow the right scent this time, I promise. Seek, boy. Come on, Missile. Guide us to our target. Like a guided missile. Oh, I think he's on to something. Whatever it is, it's in there. It's the Carcerato cell. Need to take a look inside. Detective, call the guard. Yes, sir. Thank you, officer. A question before we begin. Is the prisoner, Mr. Carcerato, still in solitary? No, sir. He came back a while ago. He was there for the noon roll call. Guess he must be on work duty someplace. See, now, if you would be so kind as to open his cell. Yes, sir? He's got quite the setup here. He also has the warden as a punching bag. Carcerato be like punch women. Women that are potentially murderers, though. So how many minutes do you think this timer is for, Mr. Edgewood? That was Kay's voice, god damn it. Well, Mr. Carcerato is a boxer, so 3 minutes would be my assumption. Same as the length of a round in boxing. Thanks for playing, but the correct answer is kinda maybe about 2 minutes. Why? Because there's a crack in it, and a bit of the sand spilled out. Why does it hurt so much when she's right? You here can't interact with that. How to lose 10 pounds. No way, he has a poster of himself? Right next to it is, looks like he never lost the habit of making weight for a fight. Once a boxer, always a boxer, I suppose. He also has quite the collection of supplements. Muscle protein, hustle protein, soul crushing protein. Yeah, that's a lot of protein. Surely nobody trains like this for nothing. That's all that. Can't interact with his little bear bites down there. That's adorable. Tire swing. It says Teddy in extremely poor handwriting, so this tire belongs to the bear. God damn, I did it again. I switched them up. Just spontaneously, they're cosplaying each other for like a brief second and it just flashes back. I wouldn't have thought it, but Mr. Carcerato and his unassigned partner seem really close. Wow, this takes me back. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, did you have a swing like this as a kid? That I can recall, no. ... Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. So, what did you do for fun when you were a kid? Chess, golf, flute practice. Did you have any friends? Why would you even think to ask that? Mr. Edgeworth, were you a complete loser? I'm surprised that they give the prisoners heaters, unusually kind, usually careless. Wonder if he uses it all year round. To help him lose water weight, maybe. Yeesh, I hope his furry friend can deal with the heat. Sure they've learned to sweat things out together by now. This punching bag has certainly seen some woof, 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 woof. What breed are you again, Missile? Sure it wasn't a boxer? Woof, woof, woof. No way! No way indeed. Quickly, detective. Move the sandbag aside. Yes, sir! Oh. Oh, could this be? Woof. Woof, 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 woof. Whoa there! Wait, Missile! I'm going in too! Wait, stop! Sir, I'll go get her! Oof, that's tight. Shouldn't even be in that cake. He's gone. Edgeworth's all alone. Well, I'm not going in there. Guess we'll just have to wait. I forgot about Fender. Hello, Kay. Are you alright? You're not gonna believe this, but we're in the detention center. The detention center? That hole. It's a tunnel that leads right into Mr. Knight's cell. What? Don't go anywhere. I'm on the way. What have you on, CC? Explain the, I could squeeze in just fine. Yeah. I see you over there with your pies, CC. Are you sure about that? Hey there, Mr. Edgeworth. Guess you could say we made a breakthrough. Right. At least they came out unscathed. I think. Sir, the floorboards on the bed will turn up. How the fuck did you all miss that? How in the actual fuck did you guys miss that? That is a hell of an oversight. Jesus Christ. That is a hell of an oversight. Christ almighty. Observation skills not on par today, SC Edgeworth. There's no doubt about it, this must be the route we've been looking for. Salary cutting sound? Edgeworth didn't find it either! I think Gumshoe was with us when this was happening. Corridor connecting the detention center and the prison is locked down by heavy security doors, but with the help of this tunnel, it could be circumvented. It was a sweet scent that started this whole search. Could it be that the scent was in fact coming from Knight's body after all? On cut, a sweet scent can be detected. We cut prison guard salary. Incidentally, Knight's body was covered in dirt. Thought that might have come from being dragged through this tunnel. Okay, what was it like down there? Well, it was pitch black, so I couldn't see a whole lot. Luckily, my camera has a flash, so I took some pictures. Let's see what you've captured. Ah, the good old prison spoons. Look at that. Spoons. A fork. Guess these were for digging the tunnel. And aside, those footprints. Footprints even. Dog, perhaps? It's a vital piece of evidence. However, it begs something of a question. It does. Mr. Carcerato has certainly been making use of this tunnel, which means... Detective, we need to find out where Mr. Carcerato is immediately. My suspicions are correct. Aw, nuts! The guards were alerted, and they began searching for Mr. Carcerotto right away. After a thorough investigation of both the prison and the detention center, he was nowhere to be found. And it's given us the slip.
Well, have the police been notified?
Yes, ma'am. We just finished liaising. Liaising them? A moment ago. They set up a cordon around the entire facility.
Good. The first blemish on the prison's spotless reputation is always the ugliest.
It won't happen again, ma'am. Rather different one in the guard to the one we've seen so far.
Mr. Edgeworth, was it? I can't really thank you enough for finding that tunnel, darling. Sadly, it may have been too little too late. It seems he might have already left the building.
I'd say it's unlikely, Warden. After all, there's a security gate at the exit to the detention center. Not suggesting we simply walk through it.
What's to say there was only the one tunnel, sweetie?
I suppose that's true.
Well, whatever the case, there is no time to be standing around chit-chatting. Mr. Edgeworth, would you mind continuing with your investigation?
It would be my pleasure.
You three can get back to your posts.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, a darker blue. Detective, the results of the blood test just came back from the lab. Thanks, pal. Let's see what they have to tell us about the blood found in Knight's cell. What does it say, Mr. Edgeworth? They've identified the blood, and it's Knight's. Nice job, everybody. Teamwork makes the cranberries work, huh? Got Knight's blood in his holding cell. A tunnel a dog clearly went through. It's security footage showing Knight being attacked by a dog in his cell. Case closed. We have all the evidence we need. Let's see what Mr. Canis has to say for himself.
Canis, oh darlings, are you sure? Do be careful around him, won't you? He's as well connected on the outside as he is in here.
Suppose he would have to be. How else would this so-called fixer stay in business?
The police have been trying to track down his accomplices for the longest time. Even I've had to lend a hand myself, you know.
So what that's all about? Still not talking, ma'am? Even with the evidence you borrowed from the precinct?
No, and I've tried so many times I've lost count. What am I supposed to do? I can't send in blank reports.
I guess the killer for hire was always going to be a tough nut to crack. I am back with food. Welcome back. Edgeworth's deduction, observation skills are ass. He missed an entire ass fucking hole below the bed in Knight's cell. But welcome back. Hope the food's good. You borrowed evidence from the police to help with your investigation, is that correct?
Why, yes, sweetie. Everything related to Canis is with me now. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled the secretive scoundrel into my office to talk to me. But no matter what I say or how much evidence I present him, he simply won't say a word.
Prison warden conducting interrogations herself. That's irregular, to say the least.
Let your guard down and he'll devour you whole. Be careful, darlings. You have been warned.
Oh, wait. And here I thought things couldn't get any spicier. Cranberries. Don't mind me. Judge Gavel, I didn't expect to find you here.
We have been conducting inquiries, which, given that we are in charge of the investigation, is hardly strange.
Bro, stimming on the job. You're damn right I am. Look, I get a little excited when Miss Perky Tits comes on the screen, okay?
What is strange is that you are still here. Mr. Edgeworth, I gave you a warning, did I not? 80085. I told you that your badge was at risk should our paths cross again. And yet, here you are.
I am sorry that you thought that I might be so easily discouraged, Your Honor. God damn! I'm wondering how long it is until Doc draws gavel. But I am not about to let the truth slip from my grasp, no matter how you or the committee might say. I'm here to present a certain someone with evidence that you yourselves should have uncovered.
Yeah, you have more business with me, I take it, Mr. Edgeworth?
After my comm sheet. Good. Comm sheet first. I do. I promised I would be back to prove that you were the killer, and here I am.
This should be amusing. Very well, whenever you are ready.
Objection!
Not so fast! We have some truths of our own to share. First-rate deductions, in fact.
Indeed, we are now more certain than ever that Simeon Saint was the murderer, and that only he could have moved Mr. Knight from his holding cell to the prison proper. We shall prove this to you beyond a shadow of a doubt. But first, the question. Are you quite determined to continue on this course, Mr. Edgeworth? Should you fail to rebut our deductions, there will be no going back. Your very career hangs in the balance.
What? You mean you'll take his badge if you don't like how this goes? That's intimidation!
Not at all. If anything, I am showing him mercy. This is not Mr. Edgeworth's case. It never was, and I am under no obligation to hear him out. Is he prepared to accept the potential ramifications of his action? I will allow him one last chance. Well, are you truly willing to take the risk? To put your beloved badge on the line?
Mr. Edgeworth! Sir! She could hit me with that gavel. Dox is doomed again, chat. I am confident in my reasoning, and what's more, I am representing the firm of Edgeworth & Co., and I do not intend to besmirch its name. ... Dot, dot. Dot, dot. Dot, dot. Dot, dot. My duty will be done, and I will not be intimidated.
Very well. Let us see whether you are brave, or simply reckless.
Oh my god, we are still on the Cranberry case. It's a surprisingly long second case.
By the power vested in me by the almighty goddess of justice, let this judgment commence.
Listen, my tastes are alive optional and could kill me.
Fine by me. He's all yours, Gabble.
You are aware of the incident involving Mr. Knight the day before yesterday, I assume.
And if I can't romance, I befriend.
He assaulted an innocent guard and stole his keys. Later, in the middle of moving a large animal case, Mr. Saint stopped by Mr. Knight's cell for a little visit. When Mr. Knight stole out of his cell using the keys he'd stolen. He slipped into the cage, and there he hid as he was wheeled to one of the prison's workshops.
Because she was going to bring up Mr. Saint going to Knight's cell.
Yesterday, after you so kindly made us aware of the security camera footage, we decided to take a look at it ourselves. Perhaps you would like to see what we found? This is a still from the footage we received.
Mr. Saint speaking with Knight at his cell.
Correct. We'll also note that he has positioned the cage in such a way as to obscure the camera's view. It is this blind spot that Mr. Knight exploited in order to enter the cage undetected. Sound deduction based on what can be observed, wouldn't you say?
Blind spot, which means that the camera wouldn't have been able to capture the moment Knight entered the cage if he did at all. So it's still possible that he didn't actually leave his cell at any... I don't get it. Why would Mr. Knight want to hide in the cage?
There's really only one possibility. He intended to escape.
A prison break? That's so cool!
Mr. Carcerado, Mr. Knight, everybody's doing it. I have to step up my game.
Okay, now is really not the time. Mr. Carcerado's escape is no laughing matter.
It is my belief that Mr. Saint helped Mr. Knight with his escape attempt. That is to say, he was his accomplice. Wow, go Simeon!
That wasn't a compliment!
I understand that the cage was briefly taken to note to one of the workshops. I imagine that had things gone to plan, Mr. Knight would have remained in the cage until after the show, and then removed from the premises along with the rest of the circus's equipment. But fortunately for Mr. Knight, Mr. Satan had other ideas. He killed his friend in cold blood.
Judge Gamble's argument seems reasonable. There must be a fault in the logic somewhere, and I'm going to find it.
Alrighty. I'm gonna fail a lot here. Because I am remembering so little of the case proper right now, besides the very basics. First, let me look at my evidence. Alright, so prosecutor badge, building layout, folding chessboard, it had a secret compartment. Rubber glove, worn by Sir when administering a dark mud pack treatment, also bloodstained. My BRB, I got you, docs. You go take care of what you need to take care of. Rope discovered on top of Knight's body. Does this mean the victim was tied up? Killed instantly by stab wound to the throat. There's also a small cut on his scalp from where he suffered a blow to the head. A sweet scent can be detected. Colorful tarp found by the victim's body. Some of these were being stored in workshop A. Hopefully this is chunk of hard meat and not chunk of tooth. I sure hope it's not a chunk of tooth. I sure hope so. Please be okay, docs. Open doors if ammo is detected, but raising alarm if inmates' stuff is detected. Prison roll call held 3 times a day, 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m. The victim's body had not been found at the time of the 7 a.m. roll call. Seems to have seen this dog bite in the victim's throat. He doesn't seem to like me very much. Wasn't working at the time of the incident, could not be detected by the sensors. Hard for fun by Canis. He also seemed to be engaged in correspondence chess via postal mail. Details? Chunk of hard meat, we saved. Thank God. In other news, I hope you're taking better care of your teeth these days, docs. Please take good care of yourself. Dentists are expensive. I want you to have big, beautiful smile. Let's see here. Inner Gavel and Warren searched the prison for the murder weapon, but couldn't find anything. Position of the pieces match those on the board in Canis' cell. White floor. Had his blood on its security camera footage. Missing guard uniform. Something tells me I know how Carcerado got out. Guard was attacked. His keys, including one of the Knight's cell, were stolen. They have yet to be recovered. Security gates. Tunnel prints. I've had braces. I know how expensive that shit gets. Alrighty. Biscuits and gravy. Southern style. Okay. Mr. Knight the day before yesterday, I assume. Assaulted an innocent guard and stole his keys. Later, in the middle of moving a large animal cage, Mr. Satan stopped by Mr. Knight's cell for a visit. That's when Mr. Knight stole out of his cell using the key stolen. Cage, and he hid as he was wheeled to one of the prison workshops. That wouldn't have worked, would it?
was wheeled to one of the prison workshops. I think I might just have to press on everything for this one.
Hold it!
Go on, about this incident. You have heard about it, of course. Surely any attorney worth his salt would have his sources?
Yes, I am aware of it, of course. I simply was...
And you are wasting both our time. Shall we continue?
Assaulted an innocent guard. He was bleeding in his room, right? Yeah, that's true. Do you have any proof that Knight stole the keys?
I can think of no other reason for him to carry out such a brutal attack. Once the guard he assaulted regains consciousness, I am sure he will confirm our suspicions.
Wouldn't be so sure. Perhaps I should press her further on her reasoning. Sorry, but I believe there's a flaw in your reasoning. Knight had the keys. There's nothing to stop him from leaving whenever he wanted. Why wait for Mr. Saint? There was no need, surely.
He chose the option he deemed most likely to succeed. He stole the keys and hid them somewhere, and waited for an opportune moment to present itself.
He hid the keys? I'm afraid you might have made an uncharacteristic oversight, Dawn. But Knight wasn't hiding any keys. That has been proven already. It's the piece of evidence that proves Mr. Knight didn't have the keys. Oh boy, I'm feeling that 2-week break, chat. I am feeling that 2-week break. I think it's the keys themselves? They have yet to be recovered. Wait. Deployed to both the detention center and the prison proper.
Take that!
Oh, come on! It does have a connection! The keys are made of fucking metal! The keys are fucking metal! You asshole!
Hold it!
Keys are made of metal, they will trigger a metal detector!
Take that!
Since you know about the incident, I assume you must already know this, but... After the assault, the guards searched both Knight and his cell, and no keys were found. If the whereabouts of the keys cannot be proven, then neither can your theory. I have considered the matter of the missing keys, and I do not think it's such an issue. I still believe he had them. After all, the guards only stated that they were unable to locate them. This is because they were cleverly hidden inside the pocket chess set.
It's the Knight's chess set, the same set in which the murder weapon was also allegedly hidden.
Was it? I can't help but wonder.
What? But you're the one who proposed it!
Actually, if you recall, that was Eustace's assertion.
The two of them aren't of one mind on this, I take it.
Allow me to restate the facts. Mr. Knight hid the keys he stole from the guard inside his chess set. When Mr. Saint came to see him, Mr. Knight used the keys to open his cell and climbed inside the cage. He was then moved from his holding cell to workshop in the prison proper, all with the help of his friend and accomplice. Things gone according to plan, he would have been taken out of the facility after the show. But they did not. His accomplice murdered him while the show was taking place in the yard.
Objection!
Mr. Saint was a part of that performance. How would he have even had time to commit the murder?
How indeed. Allow me to explain. As you know, many stage performances follow a set narrative. Yesterday's show was one such example.
She's done her homework, I see.
The suspect played the role of the...
Dodge this! You're only making it harder to resolve the crisis that this planet faces. Not so fast. Oh, seize light! Lend me your power! Humanity, all you have to do is accept the death I have designed for you. What's wrong? Show me the brilliance of your will. I will make this star shine brightest of them all.
Something tells me Geist doesn't like Gavel's arguments. You're only making it harder to resolve the case that this crime faces. Played the role of the antagonist opposite the elephantine hero.
In the latter part of the performance, the heroine's love prevails and the villain is defeated. This victory is depicted in a very unique manner, whereby the villain is sent flying from the stage by the heroine.
Geist and Gavel. Why are you lusting after Geist? You don't even know him yet. We haven't gotten you to play Harvestella yet. Unless you've been watching the VODs without me telling them. He's sent flying by the elephant. Isn't that dangerous?
Having been ejected from the stage in this manner, the villain no longer appears in the performance. In other words, the suspect did not appear on stage for a period of approximately 15 minutes.
Do I need to order the food? Do I need to order the food to say it smells good on the table over? Shit, you got me there. I'm stealing that. I gotta steal that one.
Yes, I'm afraid so. After all, it's more than a sufficient window, wouldn't you say?
Committing the crime and returning to the stage in that short 15-minute window is only possible, assuming that the murder took place in the prison proper. But in fact, Your Honor, the real scene of the crime was Knight's cell.
I seem to remember telling you that I would not accept that part of the security footage into evidence.
Don't give me ideas, Cece. The visions will overtake me. The crackiest of ships. Harvestella and Ace Attorney. For two characters whose only interaction is on my fucking stream. And you won't have to. I have proof of a different kind.
Very well, would you be so good as to present it? What proof do you have that the murder took place in the victim's holding cell?
What for?
This appears to be a photograph of a floor? Almighty goddess of justice, grant me patience.
That floor you're so dismissive of, Your Honor, has traces of Knight's blood on it.
Traces, you say? Is this evidence reliable? After all, I don't believe you have access to the necessary forensic operatives.
She's like, wait, no, I thought you didn't have that ability. How did you do that? There's so much fun, actually. Taps fingers together. I see them in my mind's eye doing what? Oh, that's for me and me alone. No, fuck, it isn't. You tell me. You tell me. Present your evidence to the chat. Present your evidence to the chat why the robot AI with the mentality of Senator Armstrong is slamming its smooth pelvis into the almighty goddess of justice. The crackiest of ships. A certain blunt instrument, you might say, but a reliable one.
The detective. How very unfortunate for him. Perhaps before you decide to circumvent the law, you might have considered that the committee's influence extends to the police.
Oh no! Now Gubby's badge is on the line too! Give me, detective. I didn't mean to put you at risk as well. Edgeworth is being very gung-ho about this. Just like my badge is on the line, your badge is on the line, Kay's badge is on the line, she doesn't even have a badge. Eustace's badge is on the line, Phoenix's badge is on the line, he's not even in this game. I'll sacrifice as many badges as it takes to find the truth. I'll sacrifice 1,000,000 badges to keep this truth alive. The metallic AI, that is correct for that is correct for the very last part. That is correct save for the very last part of the game, by the way. Big Robot Man takes hold of MILF Judge. Jesus fucking Christ, you guys.
I will enter the fact that Mr. Knight's blood was found in the holding cell into evidence. However...
Yeah! Bad luck, you idiots! You're really on that You're really on the edge now, Mr. Worthless!
Mr. Winner? Mr. Wiener? I'd forgotten you were there. It was nice while it lasted.
I just butted in to tell you that your entire argument is one big inconsistency! You showed us camera footage of a dog killing Mr. Knight in his cell. Are you saying the motto also wiped the blood off it? Blood, blah, blah, before it left the scene?
Brother, I am out of it today.
Uh-oh. What other tricks can it do, huh? A blood-wiping dog? You're a joke! You'd have wiped that blood up, wouldn't you, boy? Yes, Helmut. Yes, you would. What? That was one of the tricks I taught him before our work together was so rudely cut short. He's a very tidy boy, you know. Never misses a drop. Yeah! It wouldn't do to leave any evidence after all. Dot dot dot! Dot dot dot! Dot dot dot! Dot dot dot!
Dana's just out here saying he can do it. That's funny as shit.
Saved by an assassin of all people. Jeez Louise, you could have just taught the little guy to shake hands.
Yeah! Oh, he does that marvelously too. Although, the way I taught him to do it is somewhat unorthodox. First, he bites down hard on the victim's hand. Then, la 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 la, I'm not listening!
I see. Very well then, Mr. Edgeworth. It seems you may have gathered some evidence worth considering.
Your understanding is much
Wait, I'm not done yet! I just thought of something else!
Okay, you are the Yatagarasu. Yeah, she doesn't murder.
Overruled.
Oh boy, somebody's taking no prisoners.
Eustace, would you be so kind as to shut up? I mean, allow me.
All yours, Gavel.
Well, do you accept the truth now? The crime took place in Knight's holding cell and the assassin's dog was the killer.
My position is the same as it was yesterday. Until you explain how the dog moved between the prison and the detention center, I cannot accept your theory and the evidence.
I thought you might say that, which is why I'd like to show you something else. This piece of evidence shows how the dog could freely travel between the prison and the detention center. Okay, so this is like an easy one. However, we are coming up on ad break real quick. This is going to be a good opportunity for y'all to get some water, get some snacks, use the bathroom, do whatever y'all need to do. And as soon as we come back, we'll be getting into more cases, more attorneys, more the like. So, with all of that being said, bye for now. Howdy, everybody. Welcome back. Hope y'all had a good break. Hope you got done what you needed to get done. Let's get back into this shit. The overwhelming amount of art by me in the slideshow. I need to be 50%, maybe even 60. You're gonna be like 90% at some point, Docs. You're gonna be like 90%. You're like my only you're the only person, like, besides Rami, kinda, who draws me the most often. And they don't still hit the sheer frequency of you. I'm still just chuckling to myself a little bit how we were talking earlier, and you said, like, the last, like, few months of your, like, file that you were backing up just had this fucking yellow bitch just taking up, like, 100 pages of it. But they're all 100 little pages of doodles I cherish dearly. Okay, anyways. Tunnel Prince. The freak is fun to draw. Right back at you. I just need to actually draw you more. Which means I need to finish these comms, which means I need to finish 3.0, which means I need to finish a lot of things. We should just do a doodle of us doing stupid shit at some point. I just, like, when I actually just have a moment to breathe, just do, like, a quick little funny doodle. Have I shown you any of the doodles I've done? I don't think I've shown you any of the doodles. Hold on. We're gonna take care of this. I'm gonna get a doodle. I'm gonna show a doodle. No, I don't think no, I think I've seen, like, one. Hold on, I got it. I got a few. I just gotta look through. As I do. Alright, let's see here. Which one? Yeah, this is the best one. Oh god, that's massive. Jesus. This is my favorite one. This is my favorite one I've done of me and Melly. This is the one I like to show people the most. It's very on point for our the dynamic we have with each other, of her constantly trying to cut off my tail and failing repeatedly. It's very funny. It's a very funny dynamic. I cherish it a lot. And yeah, there's Doodle Rise. It took me a long time to get a Doodle Rise that I actually liked. Because initially, it was this. This was the initial Doodle Rise, and then I made him a bit better. He's just a little better now. Also, I drew the hair the wrong way, I just realized. I broke my own rule. I just realized I broke my own rule on my hair. God, I'm a fucking hypocrite. Damn it. Oh yeah, also I really wanted to fuck Crest, but that's besides the point. I'm a fucking hypocrite, chat. I fucked up my own hair. Sex now. I just thought to myself of just like, erasing certain parts of that sentence to make it say different things. Like, just make it say, here's sex now. Tried to set off my own point and laugh redeem. What the hell? No, I don't think we'll have a point and laugh redeem. We do have failure, though. We do have failure. Failure is an option. Failure is always an option. Especially when I'm playing this game. Here's your sex. There we go. Good old melee. It's a secret passageway. Runs beneath the prison. What? That was literally on frame. Perfectly timed with Eustace hitting himself in the face. Oh my god, that was actually perfect. It gave that so much more punch. Also, that's not my name. Why? A secret passageway?
It was dug by one Mr. Rocco Casarato escapee. It leads from his prison cell to a certain holding cell in the detention center. Ugh, I'm tired. Yes, the very one where the victim was being held. Oh, this is certainly a surprise to think that it was beneath our feet this entire time. All of your observation skills fucking suck. You always look under the bed. Hell, you even have to look under the bed. Just stand a good distance from the bed and look at it. You would have seen it. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Mr. Canis, you knew of this tunnel, didn't you? It's the same tunnel that was used to carry out the murder. The fucking hug. In the name of the goddess of justice, overruled. Mr. Edgeworth, you are out of line. She has a lot of hair in front of her eye, true. How so, Your Honor? Evidence is everything, whether in a court of law or at the scene of an investigation. Isn't that your little catchphrase? Well, it just so happens I have some evidence of my Bronco Knight's autopsy report. His autopsy report? When did we get that? How do you not know you had it? The police handed it to me only a short while ago. The findings are still preliminary, but it has something of value to tell us nonetheless. She updated the autopsy report. She updated it so hard she created the autopsy report. The goddess of justice speaks to us through these pages, Mr. Edgeworth. Cause of death, stab wound to the throat, and the weapon is said to be a sharp blade of some sort. It seems the victim was stabbed repeatedly in the same spot, resulting in an ugly wound. As such, the police have yet to identify the exact shape of the weapon. But its overall nature seems to be beyond question. It is a bladed metal instrument. In light of this evidence, do you truly wish to continue with your flight of fancy? Or will you now claim that the dog used a knife instead? But that's impossible! That will be all. This court is adjourned. But the tunnel! The paw prints! So the dog held it and just shook its head till he died. What of them? Helmut is something of a wanderer. Perhaps he just happened to cross this tunnel one day. Although I couldn't say for certain. I myself cannot wander quite so freely. It would be quite a coincidence, but I can't prove it's not the case either. He sure knows how to keep a secret, huh? Kinda wish he kicked us in the teeth a little earlier with that. He was baiting me, waiting for the perfect moment to crush me with that autopsy report. Here's an assassin dog. The dog holds an assassin in Metal Gear Solid 5. A dog holds a sword in Dark Souls. Your Honor, have you ever played a From Software game? I wouldn't blame you if you haven't. They're quite hard. However, take a look at this wolf that drops the frame rate immediately because of how its fucking fur is rendered. You are a lead attorney for the defense, correct, Mr. Fender? This is the interim autopsy report in question. I do apologize for the delay. Yeah, no sweat. Thanks for hooking us up. Looked at my sharp blade, death was instantaneous. Yep, this all checks out. Yeah. Mr. Fender, a handshake is not necessary when receiving official court documents. So please feel free to let go of my hand. It's not a holy relic after all. I was just trying to be friendly, Your Honor. Had you lingered a moment longer, the goddess of justice will have spoken to you through my gavel. Alright, I got it. Nice work, gavel. Just like we planned it. ... I did only as you instructed, Eustace, but thank you. This report came from the police. I have no choice but to accept its legitimacy. The dog didn't kill Knight, and that takes Canis out of the running. The goddess of justice speaks to me, Mr. She is merciful. She tells me that you might yet keep your badge if you finally abandon this quest.
What's our move, sir? I think she really means it this time. What do you think, detective? My answer remains the same, Judge Gabble. I will see my duty done, and I will not be intimidated.
Even with how things stand, you still refuse to concede. This may very well be your last chance. Your badge hangs by a thread.
Let it fall if it must. I have something far more important to protect as an associate attorney. My client.
The goddess of justice is no doubt saddened by your refusal to accept yet another offer of mercy.
Attaboy, Miles. That's what I like to see. Looks like the defense never rests is really starting to mean something to you. Credit to your old man, though. He's the one who said it first.
My father?
In fact, I could swear I saw Gregory's spirit in you for a second there. Fire Edgeworth. Don't fire Edgeworth! We're trying to avoid that! You said that you've changed since your days in Mon Karma's shower. What's that Edgeworth? He's gonna totally edge all over her, guys. I promise. I'm gonna make him edge so fucking hard. He's gonna edge the fuck out of this case. I didn't believe you at first, but I'm starting to. Thank you, Fender. Alright, kids. This is where the rubber really hits the road. Put your cranberries on. It's make or break time. I read a fan fiction like that once. If it's true that Knight was off with a bladed weapon, does our whole case really fall apart?
Bladed weapon?
Of course. With 5 chisels in Canis' cell when we last looked. Former assassin certainly wouldn't struggle to commit a murder with a tool. In which case, the weapon that killed Knight was...
Have you quite finished? It would be in your best interest to concede.
Evidence is everything. May well be my little catchphrase, but it's also true. So the murder weapon was a sharp blade, then where is it? The guards didn't find it. Why can't you let this go? So what if they didn't find it? What are you driving at? What if I were to tell you that I now know what the real murder weapon was? It was right under our noses the whole time, indeed. It was one of Mr. Canis' chisels. What? Oh, I need to look something up. Now I'm scared.
I would advise you stop bombarding us with your irresponsible, half-baked theories, Mr. Edgeworth. You repeatedly insisted that Mr. Knight was killed in his cell by a dog.
I simply go where the evidence takes me, both in the courtroom and at the scene of the crime. The murder weapon was in fact a chisel, and yes, the murderer could not have been the dog. That begs the question on what exactly it was we saw in the security footage. Oh yeah, the security footage. How do you explain that, Mr. Smarty Pants? Excellent questions. The footage shows the dog jumping on somebody. Mr. Canis' dog jumping up at Knight. The dog attacked Knight, but he didn't kill the man.
He didn't.
No, Knight was merely knocked out. The dog didn't drag a corpse through the tunnel. He dragged an alive but unconscious Knight. The real killer was the dog's master. Oh, I get it. By bringing Knight here, Mr. Canis could finish the job. He could definitely use one of his chisels to do it. Correct. You. But... God fucking damn it. Bodhidharma. Bodhidharma Canis. You're the only one who could have done it. Fanfic? Oh, he's 17 joke cancelled. Wait, what? I'm with Cece. What are you talking about, docs? Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? What's 17 joke? I need context. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, you ever get this on your report card? Refuses to listen, must learn to respect others. Are you asking me or confessing to what's on yours? We've already searched Mr. Canis' cell from top to bottom. Right, Cavill?
Yes, we even inspected his chisels. All 4 of them. There was a single speck of blood.
Why, thank you, Your Honor. You have just confirmed my theory.
I have? What exactly do you mean?
The last time we were here, there were 5 chisels, not 4. Seb is 17 in this game, but he's born in 2002. Wait, where did you get the date from? I'm pretty sure that Ace Attorney doesn't confirm dates. Right? Or am I delusional? Oh man, 22-year-old Sebastian, old enough to drink the wiki? When did Ace Attorney start doing that? I thought they never confirmed years. They confirmed ages, but they never confirmed, like, specific years. Or maybe I'm just stupid. I'm probably just stupid. Shrugs. Oh, no. Something to look into. I'll probably forget. Oh, yeah, I remember counting them. Definitely 5. And the one that's missing is small. One we thought might be a pocket chisel. Mr. Canis, where did you hide that chisel?
A pocket chisel? And what use might I have for such a thing, I am rarely allowed to be myself.
In which case, you shouldn't have had the chance to dispose of the weapon. You've dug your own grave, Mr. Canis.
You seem to have an idea where the missing chisel might be, Mr. Edgeworth. Would you enlighten us?
For a man who can't leave his cell of his own volition, Canis could only have hidden the chisel here. I don't know where you're going with this, Edgeworth, but we'll just roll with it. Mr. Canis is still a prisoner, and despite the comfort he enjoys, he is rarely allowed outside of his cell. He could have given the chisel to his dog to leave somewhere. But that would have been far from ideal. He would have no way of guaranteeing where it might end up.
Intriguing. Do go on, Mr. Edgeworth.
Furthermore, this room is the one place where a bladed instrument wouldn't raise an eyebrow. 4 chisels, 5 chisels, who's counting? A fact he took full advantage of.
The old keep the incriminating evidence close routine. Classic. But I searched the whole cell myself, and there's just no way I could have hidden it.
I am certain that the murder weapon is here. That the reason why no one has found it yet is because it was hidden in such an ingenious manner.
Yeah, do enlighten us, Mr. Edgeworth. What was my ingenious plan?
Think, Miles. There must be a hiding spot he could make use of. Think about when you came here previously. What are you missing?
He's not showing us out permanently, right? Let's get out of here, come on!
I should not be on the wiki. You really shouldn't. Yeah, you really shouldn't. You're risking a lot of spoilers. I should have said something earlier. You should really not be on the wiki. You are risking too much right now. Dog, he hasn't made a sound today. But here before, he barked and growled repeatedly. Canis even encouraged him to do so. Must be it. I knew something was off. I can hardly believe it, but I think I know where he hid the murder weapon.
Giving up already? Yeah.
I read 2 year and no birthdays principle and got a headache. Wait, what? Huh? Docs, what are you talking about? These are all new terms. I'm looking this one up. I'm looking this one up real quick. 2 years and no birthdays principle. That gave me absolutely nothing. This told me absolutely nothing. That search told me nothing. Docs, help.
Hold it!
Apparently the wiki tries to put together a yearly timescale for all the games, but they give everything a range of 2 years and do not give characters birthdays. Yeah, because nothing's confirmed. They don't confirm anything. Unless I am missing, very specific things. Ace Attorney has, Ace Attorney has, like, time frames, but they don't give specific years, and they don't give birthdays either. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't either. You get time frames, you get told how long ago things happen, how far in the future some things happen, but you don't get told, like, specific years. I return to my bug fan fiction. That's not your comm sheet. That's not your comm sheet, docs. They do give years. Besides Great Ace Attorney. I think Great Ace Attorney gave years. Well, this piece of evidence shows where you hid the murder weapon.
Take that!
Your dog seems unusually quiet today. Oh yeah, unlike last time when... Mr. Canis, if you would be so kind as to open Helmut's mouth. Oh, come now, he hasn't barked because he has a well-behaved boy. I had to order him to last time. Order him again this instant. Not like we're asking for the world, Mr. Canis. Or do you have something to hide? Phoenix Wright takes place in 2016. What's the date on that? Like, actually send it to me. Like, when does it say, like, it's 2016 in the game? Or when do they say that? What's the evil dude's name? Bodhidharma Canis. That is his name. Dot 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 dot. If you insist, come on, Helmut. Open up. And there we have it. A chisel that small was easy enough for a dog to... What? It's when the time when you're in the lobby is shown. It's when the time when you're in the lobby is shown, I'm pretty sure. Me and Docs will have to look at that again. Like the calendar. I think they had a calendar in there, maybe? I don't know. I'll have to look into that again. I was gonna make a joke, but I was so far away from what I thought his name would be, been focused on other things. Like your comm sheet, right? Like your comm sheet, right? 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 I'm almost done with it. Good. Rock! We just gotta make sure you can get money, Docs. We just care about your finances, that's all. You know those 11:03 a.m. that you usually skip past? I'll have to look into it. A chisel in the dog? Why is there a chisel in the dog? I thought he'd been strangely quiet. I guess his brain has finally caught up.
Eustace, why don't you be a good boy and call forensics? Tell them it's urgent.
Okay. Our findings are as follows. Traces of blood were detected on the chisel. What? Not such a half-baked theory after all, was it? Alright, so we're on the same page here. This is our murder weapon, yeah?
The forensic evidence cannot be ignored. We have no choice but to concede that this is most likely the case.
Small bell attached to it.
Mr. Canis, in light of the discovery of the murder weapon, the court demands that you explain yourself.
Found the route your dog took to the holding cells, and now we have the chisel. How do you propose to talk your way out of this one? You never fail to entertain, Mr. Edgeworth. Why does he always laugh like that, even when it's not funny? Poor Helmut. How could they suspect us? You leave me little choice. I shall simply have to share with you the truth. I did not kill anyone. I've grown tired of killing.
Something's not right. Why is he so calm? Very well. The court will hear Mr. Canis' testimony. if you would be so kind.
Gladly. Perhaps you might begin by explaining what you believe my motive to have been. I never knew this knight. I had no contact with him, no connection whatsoever. Given that this is the case, why would I possibly wish him dead? Ah, could it be you are suggesting that it was my canine companion who had motive instead? Helmut only bears his fangs when I tell him to. I am not so bloodthirsty that I would kill a man I did not know.
I mean, when he puts it that way, an assassin who only kills his acquaintances. Not the soundest business model, I agree.
My work required me to deal with strangers, of course, but murder for its own sake, that's not my style.
So I need to prove a link between Knight and Canis. I should go over the evidence again and see what I can discover.
I'm just noticing, like, the little, like, veins on the back of his head, they, like, glow. They, like, actually, like, pulsate, I'm pretty sure. Or am I gaslighting myself? I think it's faint. I think I might be gaslighting myself, chat. Never mind. I had no contact with him, no connection whatsoever.
You didn't know who he was. That's quite unlike you, Mr. Canis.
You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. Perhaps you had a harder time putting me in here than I had realized, but I'm no master criminal.
It said you are no run-of-the-mill prisoner either. You're the fixer, correct? I find it highly unlikely that a man in such a position would have no knowledge of the new detainee at all.
When you have a rather inflated idea of my position. I have my connections, yes, but I am not all-knowing. And I knew nothing of Mr. Knight.
How would I possibly wish him dead?
The chess diagram. Okay, good. Sometimes I just get scared of being Ace Attorney, even though I know my logic is sound.
May have trained your dog to clean up your mess, but some things still require a human touch. We found this in the victim's room. It's the record of the game of correspondence chess. What's more, the game depicted matches the game laid out on your board.
What?
The number of possible games has been calculated to be 10 to the power of 120, and that's on the low end.
Wait, so that's a 10 times 10, 120 times over, right? 100, 1000. I give up. I mean, what do you even call a number that big?
A vanishingly unlikely coincidence, that's what. Now, tell us why you killed Knight. Unless, that is, you would prefer to explain the coincidence?
Well, they do say the truth is stranger than fiction. It is, as you say, a coincidence. But that's totally impossible. We just proved that. A coincidence of a different kind, child. I never imagined my correspondent was the victim, you see. And yet here we are. Helmut is as surprised as I am. Aren't you, Helmut? Yes, yes.
It was playing correspondence chess against Canis. Did the two have some sort of connection?
I suppose there's nothing for it but to finally tell the truth, huh, boy? The other prisoners had all gone to the yard, you see. There was a show of some sort, I believe. Here I was, minding my own business, when in comes Helmut, dragging a corpse of all things. I had quite the shock, not least because a murder weapon was still in the poor fellow's neck. Of course, I was none too keen on becoming a suspect, so I had Helmut take the body to the workshop. Once there, he removed the murder weapon and brought it back to me, just as I had asked.
Dog pulled out the murder weapon in the workshop.
Indeed he did. Removing it here would have made an awful mess after all.
You know something, that makes total sense. Remember what Mr. Sott said, Mr. Edgeworth?
A huge black dog. It sunk his terrible teeth into the victim's throat.
What did you just say?
It's hellish. Utterly hellish. That beast. That awful beast. You skipped my dialogue, you bitch. I see. So what Mr. Sawed actually saw was Helmut removing the murder weapon. Precisely. I can't say I wasn't a little disappointed that he was spotted, of course. Silly boy, it's not like you to slip up like that, is it now? And there you have it. That is about all there is to tell. I did not kill the man. At most, I am responsible for the removal of the weapon. Now, will that be all? Poor Helmut is growing restless.
Objection!
Sorry, but if you could entertain us for just a little longer, Mr. Canis. Bender? Oh, offense, Palio, but I don't think you quite told us everything. I'm sure we'd all like to know why you thought you needed to pull the chisel out in the first place. He's right. Makes sense that he would move the body to avoid suspicion. Canis had no reason at all to recover the murder weapon. So the mute one isn't as dumb as I thought. Please answer the question, Mr. Canis. It was because of the bell. The one attached to the chisel, and the one around Helmut's neck. Have a very distinctive design, if you will. Boss, they were something of a trademark of yours, were they not? I don't get it. How does that even work? Odidar Canis, the blind butcher. Appearance was always announced by the sound of bells. Last sound his victims would ever hear. You flatter me. Though it's been some years since you last saw one of them, you remember them well. Your knife and its attached bell were one of the pieces of evidence seized in our case against you. Yes, it was but one of my bells, one of only two in existence. Just two. Two and only two. One for my knife and one for my beloved helmet, exquisitely crafted, utterly unique. My ears are my guide, after all, and I must be able to use my tools precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife has long since been taken from me. When Helmut brought the body to my cell, I was rather surprised to hear a familiar sound. At first I was sure that my knife had been used to do the deed. But no, a chisel. An ordinary chisel. It's certainly no assassin's blade. Nonetheless, the bell would have suggested my involvement. Compounding the matter is the fact that I am the only person in the prison permitted to use such tools. It was clear that I would become the prime suspect, and so the chisel had to be removed and hidden. Still claim that all you did was have the dog move the body. They had nothing to do with the killing? How could I? I told you, the chisel is not mine. You need not take my word, Mr. Edgeworth. Why not have a check for my fingerprints? Eustace. Me? But I don't know how to check for prints. Get forensics. Oh, right. Sure thing. We got them. Fingerprints. They're Mr. Knight's. And Mr. Canis's? Oh, nope. Just Mr. Knight's. Oh, and forensics said there's no sign of any prints having been wiped off. Only Knight's fingerprints. This isn't good. Should I get them to check again? Now do you see? I have never so much as touched that chisel. Helmut carried it in his mouth. That is all. Therefore, any prints must belong to whoever had it last. Ugh. Saw a murder weapon. Belong to the victim? Oh, that's not helpful. As I said, I have not touched the chisel. Therefore, I cannot be the killer. Or do you wish to suggest otherwise? I've got nothing to counter with. What could this mean? Is he not the killer after all? Is he actually telling the truth? No, he can't be. I am sure this goes without saying, Mr. Edgeworth. If you do not find a solution to your current predicament quickly, I will have little choice but relieve you of your badge. And my patience has a limit, and I will not tolerate you throwing this investigation into chaos. Am I clear? You've done it now, sir. She's serious. Hate to admit it, but fingerprints turn everything on its head. No more evidence, I'm back to square one. Wait, something doesn't add up. A few things, actually. What Mr. Knight have needed a chisel for? You can do a lot with a chisel, child. Break out of prison, for one. Alright, then how did he get it in here? There's no way the guards would let him bring a super sharp tool in with him, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Hey, Earth to Mr. Edgeworth! Can't stand there hemming and hawing just because of a little setback. The important thing is finding the truth, you know? Doesn't matter how we get there. As long as we save Simeon in the end, we can't give up now, or ever. Yeah, what she said. I'll second that. You want me around with that, Kay? I'm half tempted to offer you a job for real. Like I said, the cranberry never rests. Or rather, like your pop said, what do you think lies at the heart of those words, Miles? Any guesses? What of those words? It's like this. The defense attorneys, our client's fate rests on our shoulders. We're the only ones they can turn to. Simeon's our client, and we're the only ones who can save him. But we can't rest, not while he's counting on us. How about I turn my back on your old man's legacy? Are you? Associate with the defense now. No, I'm associate with my father's foe. That's the role I have chosen, and that means, if I fail to save my client, I have failed in my duties. I'll honor my father's vision, and save Simeon Saint. No matter what setbacks I face, I cannot admit defeat. If one path is blocked, I will simply find another. There we go, that's the Miles Edgeworth I know. Let's find a new path forward. And start by trying to figure out how Mr. Knight brought that chisel into the prison. Right, how would Mr. Knight have managed to bring a chisel in here?
Take that!
Usually, it wouldn't be possible to bring a metal object into this facility undetected. Is the security gates, right? Correct, but we already know that checks at one of the gates haven't been entirely thorough as of late. Namely, the gates at the entrance to the detention center. That gate is only used to scan people. The items they bring in the facility are only subjected to a cursory check. Are you telling me that the chest set wasn't put through the metal detector? It should have been. Alas, it seems the guards have grown a little... You skipped my dialogue, you bitch. Knight took advantage of this little oversight and had Mr. Saint bring in the chisel. Inside his pocket chest set. That does answer one of our questions. It suggests that the chisel is indeed Mr. Knight's and not Mr. Canis's. However, we still have one rather pressing problem here. That of the security footage in which Mr. Knight is attacked by the dog. But does one explain if it is if Mr. Canis was not the culprit? And then, how do you explain his prints not being on the murder weapon? That one's a real three-piper. The court, too, finds itself wanting for a satisfactory explanation. Wait, sir, I think it might be time to show you another one of my secret weapons. Introducing secret weapon number 4, Lil V. Sort of name is that, detective? I came up with it myself, sir. Anyway, you can use it to analyze the video footage. An excellent idea. Perhaps then you might finally see that I am telling the truth. Who knows if there's anything to be found, but it has to be worth a try. Alright, want me to talk you through how to use it, sir? As I'm not exactly familiar with video analysis techniques, perhaps I should hear them out. You could run me through its functions, detective. That would be most appreciated. Yes, sir! So basically, you just gotta do what you always do. Examine anything that catches your eye. I can examine things with the X, I see. Next up, see those controls at the bottom of the screen? The panels on the left and right let you rewind or fast forward. You can use the middle one to pause. Get used to those and you're golden, sir. And I can also press R to fast forward or L to rewind the footage, and I can press A to pause. When the video is paused, you can go to a previous frame with L and the next frame with R. Or just use the same control panels I showed you earlier. Lastly, I better explain how to zoom in. Just line up the old cursor with the area you want to take a closer look at, and then use the panel in the bottom right and Lil V will do the rest. Got those 2 expanding arrows right on it, can't miss it, sir. Here I can zoom in by pressing Y, too. By the way, when you're zoomed in, you can still examine stuff, just like in regular view. Also, you can make use of the previous and next frame to get it. Yeah, I think I get it at this point. I think I get it at this point. I think I get it. 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 Now let's fire little V up for real. Remember, just examine anything that catches your eye and you'll do fine. Footage from my towing cell. Other than the victim being attacked by that dog, I can't see what else it might show us. Suppose we're wrong, what could we be looking at instead? Could the person in the footage be someone other than Knight? So, could whatever's attacking him be something else too? Should keep both questions in mind while reviewing the footage. You never know what you're gonna see once you start looking at things up close. Check every detail so you'll find something, I'm sure. I already know exactly where I want to look. I know exactly where I wanted to look. I can't pause. Alright, so I can't... So I can't pause when I'm zoomed in. Got it. Wait a minute. Well, that isn't right at all. Figure is reflected in the mirror here, too. Is that a hat? Say, doesn't that look like the hats the guards wear, sir? Oh, jeez. Is that what I think it is? Have there been any reports of one of the animals attacking a guard recently? No, not that I've heard of. So this may not be a guard at all, but somebody dressed as one. As this might shed a little light on the matter of the hat.
Take that!
So no guards have reported being attacked by an animal as far as we know. But we did hear about a guard's spare uniform being stolen. The person in the security footage perhaps be someone disguised as a guard. And attempting to escape without being noticed? Guard disguise, I guess it might work. Wait, weren't we just talking about someone? Well, indeed, someone who seems to have successfully made his escape. The person in the footage isn't Knight, and the creature may not be a dog either. You're right, sir, let's zoom in and check. Let's see here. Run it back. That is a small dog. Ah, damn it, I fucked it up. Shit. Alright, run it back again. Hold on, I'll get it eventually. Okay, zoom in. Okay, sure. Just enhance, why don't you? Sure. Okay, okay. Sir, look. I suspect we may have made a critical error of judgment. What we're looking at here is no dog. This animal is... It's not a dog, it's a bear. What? So the paw prints from the photo I took, not canine, but ursine. Bear? So could that mean... Yes, I think it could. After all, who else do we know with such a pet? We'd assume that it was Knight in security footage. Well, it was his cell. It's hardly a crazy theory. Perhaps, but now we know about the hole under the bed. It is no longer the only possibility. Whoever had access to the tunnel could very well be the one caught on camera. And who was that, Mr. Edgeworth? Would you care to tell the court who you believe this person to be? The person in the security footage is...
Take that!
Our Serrato. I believe I know who our guard in disguise is. It is none other than Rocco Passerato, the person who recently escaped from this facility. I'm confident it's him because he was assigned a polar bear cub as his companion. Actually, hooking someone up with a polar bear cub is like... Brother! That thing's gonna kill him one day. You You don't fuck with polar bears, brother!
Indeed, and we have evidence that explains why. Evidence that explains the polar bear's dark fur is... mud pack treatment?
He can fight back, he's a boxer. Also the bear loves him.
Take that!
Recall, if you will, Mr. Frank saw its testimony.
That's the rubber glove I dropped.
You care to explain why it's so dirty?
Oh, of course. That's mud from one of the pet treatments I've been practicing. I was giving one of the animals a mud pack right when the incident happened.
I see. Around what time would this have been?
Let's see, the show had already started, so around 9 a.m. perhaps? The thing is, the more mud I applied, the more in the zone I got, and the darker the animal's fur became. So trance, quite like the trance one enters when one slathers an animal with thick black mud.
While the circus performance was underway, he was giving one of the animals a mud pack treatment.
That animal could have been,
indeed, a polar bear. Mr. Edgeworth, your latest assertion simply introduces yet another contradiction. Footage from the security camp.
I fully understand, Your Honor, and your doubts are entirely justified.
Mr. Sawett mentioned applying the mud pack while the circus performance was underway. And this does indeed introduce a new contradiction concerning the security footage. It does? Yes, let's put it this way. When would you expect the footage to have been recorded, Kay? If it was taken right after he applied the mud pack treatment, it should have been around 9 a.m. In which case, something isn't right about the footage.
Really? And what's that?
A new contradiction is security footage introduced relative to when it was recorded.
I guess that. Relative to when it was recorded. What new contradictions does it introduce relative to when it was recorded? I mean, why it just be him? I'm just trying to think of how Ace Attorney wants me to answer this question. Straight up a robot in 1985. That shit. I guess it wants me to talk about
Take that!
who it was? Okay, I think it's correct. And how is this a contradiction? Oh my god. FNAF actually in Rocky universe? Oh, I didn't even read that message. I didn't know Rocky had a robot character. I'm trying to be precise, game. I'm trying to be precise. At 9 a.m., which means there's a glaring contradiction of what we're seeing here. Let me look at the history. 9 a.m. Oh, just that it was recorded at 6?
Take that!
Mr. Sawett said he administered the treatment around 9 a.m., in which case the security footage should also show a time of around 9. However, the timestamp says not 6:42. The day of the murder, the prisoners all went out to the yard to watch the circus. All except 3, Mr. Canis, who remained in his cell in maximum security.
Stumbles back in when I miss. Bear murder? Yes, bear murder. It's bear murder now.
Mr. Sawett, who was administering a mud pack treatment in a workshop. And Rocco Casarato, who had been awaiting that precise moment to put his escape plan into action.
I believe he entrusted the bear to Mr. Sod before entering the tunnel. There he goes, little boy. And the bear then slipped out of Mr. Sod's grasp to run after its human. Mr. Sod would have then left the workshop to pursue the bear, at which point he saw Mr. Canis' dog retrieving the murder weapon from Mr. Knight's body. You are an otter at best. Let me just do something. Let me just do something real quick. Let me just do something real quick. Let me just do something real quick, chat. Just doing something a little funny real quick. Don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. Don't mind me at all. And you know what, just to make it extra funny. Just to make it extra funny. Just to make it extra funny. Wait, did it not allow multiple votes? I thought I allowed multiple votes. Oh, it won't let me vote because I have infinite points. I've split him. I've split him. He doesn't know exactly what he is now. I've sent him into confusion, and now he's hurting himself. All according to Cake. All according to Cake. Fish is losing, chat. Fish is losing. Come on, chat. You gotta go for Fish, chat. This is a battle of who has the loudest and most consistent voice. I made the points fucking one for multiple votes. While that goes on, I'm just gonna continue my bullshit. Except for the security footage, which should have been recorded around 9 AM. However, the timestamp is 3 hours off. Why would the timestamp be wrong? Detective, I would like you to have the security camera examined right away, please. Ooh, we got some bear votes going in. We got some bear votes going. I'm back, sir. I just talked to the gods, and seems like the time codes can slip on these cameras if they lose power. What? Pretty old, sir. I guess the clock stops when the power's off. I mean, the power was off for approximately 3 hours and something. That's not all, sir. You remember how Knight denied stealing the keys? No one believed him considering, well, you know, we seemed kind of like the only suspect. Turns out that wasn't all he said. He also said he was knocked out cold, just like the other guy. May not necessarily have been a lie. Darlings, there you all are. How goes the investigation? Is there anything I can do to help things along? Well, you can make it so I wouldn't have to go to ad break. But unfortunately, that's not possible today. Also, guys, Skeleton is winning again. Come on. I need y'all the fish max, guys. I need y'all the fish max. I accidentally voted bear without noticing. Rise dying. Low-key, I am kind of dying. I thought I was going to get, like, another part of this case in today, but, like, I'm very tired. I am way more tired than I thought I would be. But for right now, we do need to go to ad break. So, damn. Y'all failed. Y'all failed for fish. Y'all failed for fish so hard. I'm disappointed. Okay, the truth won. God damn it, Edgeworth. Rise lagging? I don't have any dropped frames. My internet's fine. I'm all green. Am I still dying? If I'm dying, it seems to be a Twitch issue. You were during the poll. It was too powerful. The poll was too powerful. The debate was that strong. I tried. Did you really? Did you really, Docs? That's not what a true fishmaxer would say. Okay, but for real, we do need to go to ad break, so this is going to be a good opportunity for people to get some water, get some snacks, use the bathroom, do whatever y'all humans need to do, and as soon as we come back, hopefully we can finish this case. I'm gonna be real, it's starting to get annoyingly long at this point. I hope the other cases aren't like this, but with all that being said, bye for now.
Dodge this! You're only making it harder to resolve the crisis that this planet faces. Not so fast. Oh, Sea's light! Lend me your power! Humanity, all you have to do is accept the death I have designed for you. What's wrong? Show me the brilliance of your will. I will make this star shine, brightest of them all.
Howdy, everybody. Welcome back. Hope y'all had a good break. Hope you got done what you need to get done. God, I want this case to get done. This shit has been dragging, and I'm kind of tired of it. This case should have ended like 2 hours ago. This is a really long second case, but it's still paced like a second case. I don't know, man. Like, yeah. I'm not enjoying this one at this point anymore. I just want to move on. Actually, there might be something we can do for you, Warden Lewd. The escapee, Mr. Carcerato, I believe he may still be on the premises. He is disguised as a guard. Here's the proof should you need it. We're reasonably certain that the person captured on this tape is our man. If I am correct, he might even be right here in this room with us right now. Hey, Mr. Carcerato would have been wearing a bracelet, right? Yes, a bracelet which could easily be hidden under the sleeves of a stolen uniform. Furthermore, the doors out of the prison proper don't have those sensors that detect the bracelets installed. So if he avoided doors with sensors, he could simply wait for an opportunity to finally make his escape.
Well, yes, I suppose he could. He'd just have to avoid the workshops and the cells and... Oh my. He's one of you, isn't he? He is here right now. Look, it's Teddy.
Hey, pause off. Can you mitts off of me, you big palooka? Thank you, Teddy. Very kind of you to confirm our suspicions. Yeah. Dang it, kid, if it wasn't for you, I'd, What a thing it is to be loved, huh, Mr. Carcerato? I'm almost envious. So your daughter's demanding money out of me. Okay, give it to her. Don't actually give her, like, real-world money. Just give her, like, funny money. That'll satisfy her enough. She doesn't know the difference. I haven't taught her yet.
God, apprehend this man.
A moment, if you will. I have some questions for our would-be escapee. If we are to learn the truth, I will need to speak with him. With your permission, of course.
I can hardly say no now, can I?
Da-da-da! Well, come on then. Hit me with your best shot. Mr. Carcerato's escape route led directly into Knight's cell. So it's highly possible he has something to offer. Tell me what you were doing on the day Mr. Knight's body was discovered. My god, she was actually my 1000 dragon. That is very interesting. Though she was your like she was like your 2222nd dragon or something along those lines. That would have been even better. But 1000th is pretty thematic. So it was you guys, huh? You're the ones who found my secret getaway tunnel. You know how long it took me to do that freaking thing? I had me a guard's uniform, a hold dog, and a plan of place. So I went for it on the day you found the guy. And this little guy just had to come right after me. The sack of fur was covered in mud too. I had to go back to our cell. Ah, I would have gotten away with it if somebody had an off night and brought you bums down here. Claimed to have dug that tunnel just now. How exactly did you do it? How? Used everything I could get my hands on, see. Hammers, spoons, you name it. Spent every dime I had on this calculating fixer. And what do I get to show for now? Do not be disheartened, friend. Tomorrow is another day. Their voices are very similar to each other. God, this is going to be confusing. There's an outside chance Mr. Carcerato and Knight met face to face just before Knight's death. I should see what other details I can extract from. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. How long it took me to take that freaking thing? Guard to inform a whole dog, so I went for it the day you found the guy. This little guy just had to come right after me. Sack fur was covered in mud too, had to go back to our cell.
Hold it!
A uniform, was that from the fixer too? Aha, sure was. Heard he had something on one of the guards. Had the guy swipe it from Pal's locker. You were wearing it when you were crawling through the tunnel. Nope, would have got dirt on it. Had to hold on to it till I got to the holding cell. Once I was out of there and all dressed up, opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake. Here we go, I think. Freedom beckons. But then the furball here jumps up on me. It'll be the moment captured on camera. I see. I'd be grateful if you could add that to your testimony. A tunnel and all dressed up and the cell door should have been a piece of cake.
Hold it!
Opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake, you say? Sure, anything seems easy after dragging yourself through a hole in the ground. You were familiar with the layout of the detention center even though you live in the prison. Why wouldn't I be? Ain't like I've never been there before. See, if he's familiar with the detention center, then he'd surely be aware. Now, unlike the doors in the main prison, the holding cell doors are locked with actual keys. I'm sure Mr. Carcerado would have needed that particular piece of evidence to make his escape. All dressed up, opening the door should have been a piece of cake. But you didn't have the keys!
Objection!
Can't believe Piss Dragon was my 1000 dragon and not my beloved Portal Dragons. Damn, I'm inferior to them. I've been playing for 2 years. Well, that's iconic. Still, though, I'm just second fiddle to your Portal Dragons. I see how it is. I know how my bloodline is.
Dragon Daddy.
I know how my bloodline is accepted in this household. I know how it's valued. I'm gonna stim my woes away. Literally, the more I stare at this button, the more it beckons me. You're second place because 2 is iconic. Ah, you pick up on things so well. Alrighty. Yeah, I got a problem with that, because we can make it a problem if you catch my drift. And once you had reached Knight's cell, you still had another door to contend with. How exactly did you plan on opening it? Mr. Carcerado, I posit that leaving this cell would have been a piece of cake, only because you had the key. I don't. I got no stinking key. I didn't need one. It was a piece of cake because the door was open. I walked right out. Yes, I suppose Knight's cell was vacant by that point, but there would have been no reason to lock it. It was indeed unlocked when I went to examine it for myself. So perhaps when you finally succeeded today, it truly was unlocked because it was after the murder. But you had attempted to escape previously. Yeah, the security footage shows when you tried and failed because Teddy caught you. Which was during the circus performance, before the body was discovered. Oh yeah, funny little thing. I love funny things, especially when they're little. Please do share. The holding cell was still locked at the time because no one knew that Knight had been killed yet. Therefore, you must have had the key to his cell on you. Without it, your escape would not have been possible. Yeah, rah! It's iconic. Are you saying, could he really have... I believe he could, yes. The theft of the keys was in fact perpetrated by none other than... Mr. Carcerado. He is the one who attacked the guard. And not just the guard, Knight too, all to gain possession of the guard's keys. It wasn't me, you lazy bum. I didn't even know this Knight guy.
Objection!
After you stole the keys, you went back to your cell to avoid suspicion. And then you waited for the perfect moment to escape, a moment when the prison would be almost deserted. That's right, the moment of the show, just before the discovery of the body. And luckily for you, that particular attempt was thwarted by your furry friend. Says who, huh? You got proof, genius? The dragon in your dollars is actually the shiny version of the poison dragon, and the normal poison dragon is purple. So she's special. I always knew she was. CC's having spending, which also he needs to set off every team. Yeah, no, that tracks.
Objection!
Don't play games with me. Knight was as much a victim as the guard in this case. As a matter of fact, I have proof that Knight had been attacked in his cell.
Take that!
A blow to the head. What?
Overruled!
He had a blow to the head! You fucking piece of shit! A blow to the head! I have proof that Knight had been attacked in his cell. Sent Mr. Knight's body. Right, the moment of the show just before. This is how he got proof. Knight knocked out the guard out. Knight knocked the guard out for the count, and everybody knows it. The play Izumi Knight as much as victim. The guard is this case. I guess the blood on the floor?
Take that!
There we go. Mental health check. And Kuchibirobo found traces of Knight's blood on the cleanly wiped floor of this cell. Could possibly explain such a thing other than him having been attacked. And it was you who attacked him. You ambushed the both of them and stole the keys. Grag! Why, I oughta... What's with you, huh? That newspaper wiped that blood up good. Ain't no way you should have found it. Okay, but why did you think you had to wipe it up anyway? If they checked Knight in the God's hands, they would have seen those two never came to blows. But that blood would have given up the whole game. Ain't no way they don't figure out there was a third man in the ring. Plus, once they started sniffing around the floor, they'd have found the tunnel in a heartbeat. So you wiped the blood up the blood by yourself a little more time, so you could wait for a better opportunity. Sadly, the opportunity you sought wasn't good enough to get you clear of the prison, it seems. Now, hand over the keys. Right in the kisser. Hailed by a lousy stinking bum. Fine, you want the keys? Here, I help you choke on them.
Overruled.
Wait a moment, if Mr. Carcerado here had the keys...
Indeed, Your Honor. Your theory relies on Knight having used the keys he allegedly stole to escape his cell. That was the only way he would have been able to enter Mr. Saint's cage and be moved to the workshop. Fortunately for you, we now know that theory cannot possibly be true.
No! Guess this changes things up a bit, yeah? Now the only person who could have moved Knight's body is the one person who knew about that tunnel. No! You gotta be freaking... Mr. Carcerado, you're under arrest. Come quietly now, pal. Oh, wait, you got the wrong guy. I didn't do nothing. Alright, fine. I knocked those two chumps out, and I stole the keys. After that, I went right back to my cell and waited for my moment. Next time I went to Knight's cell, there was nobody around. And I mean nobody. Plus, his body was found in the workshop. You think I just magicked my way over there or something? I couldn't even gotten out of my cell.
Indeed, you only had the key to Knight's cell.
Why am I being killed right? I say I'm tired and you put me to sleep permanently. Oh no, I dropped the cap on the floor. Oh, come back. There we go. Docs, why? Yeah, Docs, why? I didn't do anything. Needed to put him down. Why?
You only had the key to Knight's cell. You couldn't have left your own cell back in the prison. But Mr. Canis' dog could.
What?
It was not you, but Helmut who moved the body from your cell to the workshop.
I get it now. You're saying he wasn't the only con in this conspiracy.
Indeed, one can easily imagine what Mr. Carcerado and Mr. Canis might have worked together. Mr. Carcerado could have killed Knight and dragged him back to his cell.
And then Mr. Canis' dog took him from there to the workshop.
No restrictions on the animal's movements within the prison. Movement between the detention center and the prison proper, however, is tightly controlled. There's only one possible route, and only you could have taken advantage of it, Mr. Carcerado.
How can you be so sure, huh? Maybe there's more of them and you just don't know.
Something tells me that digging even a single tunnel was arduous enough.
Got that right. You try scraping more than one hole in the dirt with a spoon. Lucky for me, I didn't have to dig the whole way. Somebody already did a bunch of the work for me.
What? You didn't dig the entire tunnel yourself?
Nope. Found it when they put me in that cell. And all the way up there, and all the way from there to the well in the yard already. Even look down the well and check it from there. It was the same tunnel, alright. Just made good on what somebody else already started.
What was the original tunnel for? Who knows? You're the one with all the answers, pal. Maybe someone else tried to break out. Oh. Or maybe the animals dug it. I need a Rise plushie. Dude, if I had an actual Rise plushie, I'd want it to be... Well, there you go. But no, like, if I actually wanted, like, a Rise plushie, if I ever got an opportunity for a Rise plushie, I'd want it to be, like, reversible between Civil and Ferrell. If that was possible, I think that'd be really cool. To have a reversible Rise plushie. I think that'd be neat. Of course, that'll get a lot more complicated when I go to 3.0 and I have a third form, but, let's not talk about that.
I've heard of more plausible scenarios than that in B-grade movies, Kay.
Well, it's dry, kid. Ain't no water to be had down there. Oh, to think of it. Smell. Yeah, always smelled kinda nice down there.
Nice.
Gee, I don't know. Smelled sort of like dessert, I guess.
Sweet scent. That sounds very familiar. Have we come across a sweet scent before?
Take that!
Detective Gumshoe noticed a sweet smell when we were examining Knight's body. With the help of a police dog, we followed the scent of the body and traced its route back through the prison. That, Mr. Carteret, was how we found your tunnel. Would that same sweet scent be what you noticed coming from the well? Very clever, Mr. Edgeworth. You mean to suggest that this is evidence of the body having been moved through the tunnel? I do. Furthermore, Mr. Carteret, you are the only person who could have done it. Nobody else had access. You have our thanks, Mr. Carcerado. Truly. Finally the truth comes into view. Now unburden yourself. It is time. Confess your role in this tragic incident.
What? You ain't pinning this on me.
I'm glad to see that we are finally in agreement, Your Honor. Oh, if only we were, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Carcerado may have been an accomplice, but not at Mr. Canis. No, he was working with Mr. Knight.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Brother! This case is so fucking long! For no reason! I need her to make me worse. She's making me worse right now. But not in the way I want her to. In the way of, it's just, please, you're pulling a fucking Alba on me at this point. You're damn fucking close to it, dude. We spent how many streams doing this? Like, what's the grand total for this case? This single case of like 3-hour stream averages. What have we hit? Like 12 hours almost on this case? At least 9. By the end of this, at least 9. For a second case. Oh, the next case is gonna rock your socks off. I fucking hope it does, dude. If you're gonna drag it out this long, at least make it, like, plenty entertaining. Because right now, it just ain't doing it for me. Like, the core of this case is fine as a second case. I'm not bad about, like, the subject matter or, like, even all of that. It's just this damn second case is too fucking long. It's too long. The only wow factor is Gavel being pretty. Yeah, no, it is. And I like voicing Eustace. Like, we had a strong start here, but, like, literally, it's just like, please let this fucking conclude already. Instead, I believe he lent Mr. Knight the use of the keys he stole. You gotta be kidding me. Granted, it seems likely that he attacked Mr. Knight. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Mr. Knight was knocked unconscious as a result. And what if he wasn't? What if he and Mr. Carcerado had reached a certain agreement? What kind of agreement, exactly? Mr. Knight was plotting an escape for which he required a means of leaving his cell. And here is that precise means in the form of the keys Mr. Carcerado had just stolen from the guard. Mr. Carcerado would need to pass through Mr. Knight's cell in order to effect his own escape. These arguments kind of do harken back to the last case of the last game. No, really it does. Just like, oh, but here's another thing. Oh, but here's another thing. Oh, but here's another thing. Like, just this like, literally, it's just fucking Alba again, dude. Not to the raw extent, but, like, it's the same it rhymes, dude. It fucking rhymes, and I'm really fucking tired of this case. Only needed to shout and alert the guards, and Mr. Carceral plans would be ruined. And so, two struck a deal. Lady, the only striking I do is my fist.
My, still you deny it.
So, we're agreeing that we still disagree?
Mr. Knight had Mr. Carcerado unlock his cell so when Mr. Saint arrived, he could escape into the cage. Mr. Saint was then able to move him into the prison proper, just as planned.
How did Body and X get to place Y and objecting at every fucking detail? Yes, literally. How did Body and X get to place Y and just not fucking letting up? Aha! And then he took Mr. Knight into the workshop and did the dirty deed! Neither of you listening. The scent on Knight's body proves that it was taken through the tunnel. It was moved from his cell to the...
Perhaps if you would let me finish, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not denying that Mr. Knight's body was moved through the tunnel.
And what are you driving at? Is this a trick question?
As you say, Mr. Edgeworth, the sweet scent shows the route the body took. However, it did not enter the tunnel from Mr. Knight's cell.
Huh? Then how did it get down there?
There's another possibility, one you seem to have overlooked. The well in the yard. Could a body not have entered the tunnel from there?
The well in the yard? Oh yeah, that thing.
Mr. Saint did not take the cage to the workshop, he took it outside. There he killed Mr. Knight. And threw his body down the well.
That doesn't work, though. Right? Because they were having the circus over there. The well is in the yard. He would have been killing him, and you said he only had 15 minutes earlier. That doesn't work. At all. Gavel, come on, girl. I can't wait for this to be a completely irrelevant fucking thing that I'm bringing up, and it's gonna be like, oh, but... Like, instead of, like, that obvious point of contention, it's like, oh, well, did you consider, the rope? Did you consider the rope? Or the tarp?
On that note, I would ask you to recall something. What was happening in the yard at the approximate time of the body's discovery?
Circus show, right? Regina and Simeon were performing for everyone? Wait, Simeon! Ah!
Ah, indeed, and so you see how it must have also been him who disposed of the body.
Judge Gavel is a truly formidable opponent. She so effortlessly adjusted her theory to fit the facts.
I propose that Mr. Knight was taken to the yard, not the workshop. And as we have established, Mr. Saint was off stage for 15 minutes. Ample time to throw the body down the well, I am sure you will agree.
Your deduction is impressive, Your Honor. However, even supposing that Knight's body was indeed thrown down the well, you cannot conclusively say that was during the show. It could have happened at a different time.
My sympathies, Mr. Edgeworth, but it simply could not have.
What?
Mr. Carcerado was using the tunnel at around the time the show began. Mr. Carcerado, did you happen to trip over a corpse while you were down there?
No, place was clean.
If the body had been at the bottom of the well before the show began, Mr. Carcerado would have seen it. However, he saw no such thing. Which makes it somewhat difficult to support your theory. Furthermore, Mr. Knight's body was discovered in a workshop after the show. In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop. at some point during the show. Tell me, who else could have done this but Mr. Saint?
You! What do we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm having flashbacks! I'm having flashbacks, chat! I'm having flashbacks! Oh no, what do we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, we do this. Oh, but what about this? What do we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, but what about this? I thought I escaped that bastard! I thought I didn't have to worry about him anymore! I thought we were done! I thought we were done! I thought I never let to look at his stupid Pinocchio-ass face again, but yet here he is in front of me with his nose replaced with the perkiest fucking tits I've ever seen! Fuck! This don't look too good for Mr. Saint still. Your Honor, your theory is still just that, a theory, and I posit that you lack the evidence to back it up.
I concede that, for the moment, I do not.
May I suggest that we investigate the yard again? No! No! I don't want to go to the yard! What's that sound? Is there a fire? Did somebody else escape? Should we maybe skip town too? Darlings, please, there's nothing to be alarmed about. By which I mean, that's not an alarm, it's the dinner bell. Although I suppose it is rather alarming if you aren't used to it. Certainly scared the heck out of me. I'm so sorry, sweet bee. I hope you can forgive us. Alright, Tutu, back to post. Chop, chop. As for you, Rocco Caserato, it's time you went back to your room. Yeah, fine. I hit the picture. Come on, Teddy. We're out of here. Gordon Lagarde, I'd like to take one more. No! I've had enough. I've had enough. I've had enough. This is a second case, man.
Warden Lagarde is right. Her word is law here, and we must respect her wishes. Mr. Edgeworth, your investigation yard will have to wait until tomorrow. You may keep your badge for now. The matter of your standing can... I bid you all good day.
That fucking strut. I think you deserve a nice nap after this. Tell me about it. Fine, at least there is a tomorrow for me. Believes it was Trump down the well and then taken to Mr. Carcerato's cell of the workshop. Is that truly the case? Do the facts really support her theory? She also seems to believe Mr. Saint had to be the one to move the body. Was he really the only one with the opportunity to do so? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Today's another day. We'll figure out a way to save Simeon. I know we will. You deserve a nice nap after this. You're damn right I do. Okay, we're not finishing the fucking case today. I am tired as shit. I am tired as shit. I have PTSD. I want to go play some Helldivers. Fuck it, man. Fuck it, man. End off here. Wait, end the series? No, I want to play through the whole game. Is this a 3-day case? Yes, it's a 3-day case. For the second case. It's a 3-day case. For the second case. Oh my god, dude. Bro, I haven't been, like, this chronically, like, bored with a case since I played Great Ace Attorney 1. But I still think I found those cases more entertaining. I still found Great Ace Attorney 1's cases more entertaining. Ace Attorney Investigations 2 don't fuck around, just keep smacking you. Bro, it's not smacking me, it's just like this limp, like, no. No. Didn't you think about this? No. Third day, motherfucker. 3 days. Day 3. Give it up for day 3 on the second fucking case of the game. Oh my god. It just doesn't work here, because, like, the stakes aren't there yet to justify making this case, like, as long as it is. The stakes aren't there for that. Like, if this was something like, you know, the 4th case of the first game, or something along those lines, like, something that justifies making it this long, that'd be different. But I haven't seen anything here that justifies making this case this long. The closest fucking thing we got is fucking Megamind, who is a character we've been introduced to in this game. So far, I'm not seeing what makes this the best Ace Attorney. I'm assuming the other 2 cases will do a better job. The first case was good. The first case was very good. I enjoyed the first case. But fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. I want to get out of here as fast as possible. But I can't. Because fucking Perky Tits is giving us our best Pinocchio impression. It is what it is. That's it for now. That's it for now, chat. I'm tired. I'm tired of this case. Also, I want to talk about something. I've been noticing since I've switched everything over to the Stream Deck, Audio Mimi has not cut out at all. I have not had to reconnect Audio Mimi once, and I'm wondering what's going on there. If she let up, they'd fall to gravity. That's a funny one. Alright, let me turn on some music. So we're not bored to death. There we go. Let's find someone to raid, shall we? Who's on today? Who do I have on today? Best part is I can look at my Stream Deck and see exactly who's on. Did we get in? No, we did not. We have not gotten in our weekly lunar raid. So we're going to go do that. We're going to get in our weekly lunar raid today. Because we didn't do it yesterday. Because we went and raided a different moth. But alrighty. Hit raid. And lunar. Hey, he's playing Helldivers as well. Nice. Alright. There we go. We're gonna go raid lunar. So y'all go give him a good time. Y'all go show him some love. He deserves it. Circuit's good second parent and boss. He's a good man. It's worth your time. He's better. Your time is better spent there on the second case of this game. But yeah. As for tomorrow, it's gonna be just a chill art stream. Nothing else like this going on. Just me chilling, just yapping about whatever hits my mind and probably complaining about me drawing a line. I need to get the poll out for the next Tuesday game, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and get that taken care of right after stream. I'll probably get that all taken care of. So yeah, check the Discord for that. Nightrise, great stream tonight. I'm glad you had a good time. I know I wasn't super high energy and like as witty today. I was just like really low energy. I don't know why. But I'm glad y'all had a good time regardless. At the bare minimum, we got me to break down from how bored I was getting. But alrighty. That's all for now. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hope y'all have a great day, night, afternoon, wherever y'all are, whatever y'all fuck you're doing. Thank you for the head pats. And y'all have a good one.